Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's Darnold. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Here's 2nd and 11. He fires one deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. So it's a home run that finishes their opening possession of this game, partner. Gets them on the scoreboard with 6.
And I think keeps all of us here in this building, in this booth, hoping they get the ball back soon, right? Not that we're rooting for anybody, but we root for the big play, for the home run. They just hit one.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Stroud in the air to start us off. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To the air, Stroud. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that kick? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. Comes inside the 35. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Here's Stroud. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is it.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Texans finish up their opening drive. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Tamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Staying with Walker. And he's taking the ground after a nice push downfield.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running with Walker again. By a man, and now he's in the clear. Past the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks break the tie here in the first. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Rob. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
One after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. First and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well...
Football on that 47-yard line. First down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud.
Almost immediately in preventing a return. Definitely minimized the damage the best they could, but it is still a demoralizing outcome for this offense to give the ball away.
Walker on first down. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
This is Walker on second. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got third down now coming up.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
He's got it inside the 25. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Walker now from the gun. He's running forward, halted after a couple of yards. As he's outshire that time on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Toss play. This is Walker. Broke through the tackle. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. 7 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to it. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
A gain of 12 yards. And that's good for a Seahawks.
Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that 1st quarter. It's a 14-7 game. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Back now for the 2nd quarter. And the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. Walker goes the wrong way. He's going to lose several here. Working quickly here.
4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Throwing here, Darnold. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now they're left with 4th and goal. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. This from just 23 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Stroud. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, Stroud. Connects downfield, on target to Dell. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Cut near the goal line. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up first and goal.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
Defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 4th and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
He will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. In the hands of his running back, Walker. Breaks through, and he might break away. Keeps on going. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
I can guarantee you that's going to be Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner. The broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Now run, first gives is that Chevrolet. He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd and 8. There's a screen out for Walker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
And up to Walker from the gun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. It's the Seahawks. With it, 3rd and 2. Walker trying to run for the 1st. Seahawks. That's their first.
It's a gain of
They'll
a
have
yard.
2 left to work with before
Brings up
halftime.
4th down.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Just about a yard to the markers. They're going to take the risk and go for this. Here's Darnold to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks grow their lead just before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead.
Texans 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Texans take over 1st and 10. Their own 29.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud now. Looking slant route complete. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. It goes to the hurry-up offense here. Stroud to throw on 1st down. He lets a heater go deep middle. That's cut at the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans chop some of the lead off before the half.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Defense had a chance to scheme it up, now lined up to defend this try.
The Texans will
Here's Stroud throwing for it. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit.
Seahawks 24, Texans 15. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Return starts at the 3. And he's out of bounds up across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Darnold. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Will take over inside the red zone as he goes out on the return.
You know what this is, kid? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block.
Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down, a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He brings it in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 1-score game before halftime. Tank Dell the touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans cut the lead down to just 2.
Texans 22.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 5. Offense isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's 2nd and 11. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest routes to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Stroud now on 3rd. Short pass brought in. They gain 14 on the play. And the Texans are going to have the 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 16. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's Stroud again. This is complete to Schultz. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Seahawks 24.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Steven Sims with the return. Good work so far. He's got room. Tackles made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Third quarter's going to start with a run by Walker. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Offense up to the line fast. Second down, Walker's going to get it again. And he used all the space he had. Got him around 8. That sets up third down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, third down. Throwing now, off play action. To the left, he's got Roy up. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. The tackle there finds Neil Hunter.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Throwing on third and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Smith has the INT. And the Texans are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, no doubt they envision that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who senses the need for a splash play and delivers. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Shotgun now, first round. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Here's Stroud on first and 10. He throws a bullet to this. He's got it inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans parlay the interception into points. Tank Dell the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot, and it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans push the lead up to 12. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Sims now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Quarter connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Christian Harris picks it off. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, depending on which side of the ball you're looking at here, Brock, things have either been very sharp or they've been just awful to start this second half. 2 drives, 2 interceptions now.
And where do you think I'm looking, Kate?
Oh, I know. Where you been looking?
Oh, it's a miserable place to be as a quarterback. Just
It is in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans go up by 19. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Sims now on the return. Making some progress here. Ooh, he gets popped at the end of that one. What a painful end to what was a really solid run back.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got the hook on 201. And he's taken down. It's a quality yardage on that play.
when you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover it.
Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Cooper caught the intended receiver. So now it's going to be third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throw on third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And a nice return out of them. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Fits it through the middle. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. Keeps it moving. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans lengthen the lead at the end of the third. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans continue piling on to this lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Sims now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the return, the Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This, our last play of the quarter. Drive begins with a walk-around. to be the final play of this third quarter. So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Seahawks who have possession. They've got a lot of work to do, Brock. They are in a massive hole. Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They're going play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL tape before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Their punter making his way out now. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And the punter earning some high fives on that one. They're going to down this kick at the 3. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. Escapes the pocket. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Off the play action. Here's Stroud. Vacates quickly left side. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, Sprout finds him over the middle. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here
we go.
1st down throw by Stroud. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down. There was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. A give to Mixon up the middle. And some excellent work on this play. Takes him a while to get to him downfield.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, you get some serious yards on the table.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go.
Keeping it with Mixon. Man, those running lanes are closing up fast, aren't they? He's out to just a yard.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Stroud. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks get the football
this game is now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Throwing from the gun here. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
He was defended by Jalen Petrie.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he's brought down at the line.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Here's Darnold. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Working quickly here.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball. You can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Darnold. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive, putting it into practice right here. Don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. A handoff from Nixon, running right. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
Nixon, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here. 3rd down. Back to throw. Stroud. He puts everything behind this one. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Texans set to punt. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Darnold to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's second down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. It only takes a little bit.
And they pick him off again! So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. And the Texans take over once again. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Mixon. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Texans keep running away with this. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans grow their lead yet again. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. It's a solid block in there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes second and 1. Running with Walker again. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this third down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
Looking to throw on third and 1. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now they're left with fourth and short.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. Lining up to take a knee on second down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. So the Texans come away with their own win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Seattle.
Handsome Lagosian, name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and it all fire. I don't spill words, I Spielberg on a beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet.